Intuitive Movement 101, Level 1. Howdy. Let's do some Level O to begin. We can lock our hands together, our fingers together. We can have our just palms touching or just fingertips touching or whatever. So get a little bit of stretching in. Check in with our bodies. See how we're feeling. And so, level O, we have our hands together, and it's the getting to know our guides, and we became familiar with our near sphere. Now, as we move into level 1, we don't have to have our hands connected, but we do keep our hands in contact with our bodies or our arms. So whether it's our hands or our arms, it's fine. We can have hands free as long as our arms are in contact, or just hands, or even fingertips, just fingertips, either way. We're in contact with our bodies. So level 1, we're finding our centers. We're getting familiar with where our bodies are in space. Part of doing that is grazing our skin with our hands or our fingertips or our arms. And paying attention to how does it feel? Is there any discomfort anywhere? Think about that. If there isn't, that's great. Appreciate that. We can take a moment to appreciate what we've got going on our bodies. Appreciate your feet. Appreciate my toes, the arches of my feet, my ankles, my heels, my calves and my shins. I appreciate my knees. I appreciate my thighs, my hamstrings, my hips, my belly, my waist, my back, my lower back. Super appreciate my lower back. My butt. Appreciate my butt. Appreciate all that lower body because it supports me so well. I appreciate my torso, my chest, my lungs and my ability to breathe, my shoulders, my upper back, my arms, my elbows, my forearms, my wrists, my hands, my fingertips. I appreciate all these parts of my body. I appreciate my neck. I appreciate my head and my eyes and my nose and my ears and my mouth and my chin and my cheeks. I appreciate all these parts of me. I appreciate my scalp. And level 1 is a self-massage stage. So while we're going through, we can increase the pressure that we're applying to our body if that feels good. Does that feel good to you? Do it. Keep doing it. If it feels uncomfortable, register that. Maybe don't press so hard. Maybe press a little bit more softly. And as you see, I'm still moving my lower body around. I'm still kind of going back and forth. At no point am I keeping my knees locked. Am I standing in one position? I keep everything moving gently, kind of in a figure 8. And I can increase the pressure. I can do some kneading. Level 1, as we're finding our centers, we're also giving our bodies some massage. In the process of massaging ourselves, we're giving our hands training on how to feel and register stuff in our bodies, but also training our hands to perhaps apply the same skills and techniques that we're doing on ourselves to others, so we can help take care of our family and loved ones, the people with whom we can maintain massless contact and take care of each other. Communicate. Everybody's different, so what feels like pleasant pressure to you may not feel pleasant to someone else. Some people require more pressure to feel comfortable. Some people require less pressure to feel comfortable. Everybody's different. And everybody's different every day. Some days when we do this, we'll notice that we'll feel more sensitive than other days. Other Other days we can handle more pressure on our bodies. It's based on life. But if we notice that our bodies are a little bit more sensitive as we're going through and doing our level 1, maybe we want to be a little bit more gentle with ourselves. If our bodies are more sensitive to physical pressure being applied, then it's pretty likely that our bodies are going to be more sensitive to environmental pressure, psychological pressure. So take that into account and be gentle with yourself. Reset your expectations of your vessel and yourself for the day. Understand that it may be more challenging to human. Because when our bodies are more receptive, perceptive to pain, they're just more sensitive in general. And we want to honor that. It won't be like that every day. Our bodies change from day to day. So we appreciate what we can do and where we are and honor ourselves at that place and stage. So level 1, we don't have to do the whole time doing level 1. I've done mostly 1, but if you want, you can throw in some O's with your self-massage so you get some more stretching to go in with it. You can press against your body and move your body and kind of get massage like that. You can squeeze with both hands while your hands are locked together. Press. You can press and move. Just experiment with it. Mainly there's no right or wrong way as long as it doesn't hurt. It's the most important thing. If it hurts, don't do that. Try it a different way. Remember to breathe. As similar to level 1, or rather, the first level rather, which is level O. This is level 1. You want to check in with your feet. Make sure that your feet are lining up with your knees, that your toes are pointed forward when you're pointed forward. If you're going to the side, then your feet point to the side. But when you're going forward, you want your feet pointed forward because that affects how we load our knees when we're bending. So to protect our knees, we want our feet to be lined up in position with our knees. And practicing that, practicing our postural awareness, keeping our heads up, keeping our back straight, keeping our low backs supported, and really keeping the entire spine area supported by keeping the front of our bodies engaged. So when we think about our abdominal muscles, we're not just pulling in, but we're also pushing out at the same time. So we're creating kind of a wall of sorts, a supportive barrier that goes all the way around to hold us upright and support our spines. And there we go. So that is level O for today. Level O, level 1. And I'm not redoing it just because I messed that up. I'm moving on. And that's part of life too, is not having to redo things just because we stumble. We can just say, hey, I stumbled, and we move on.